Hi, my name is Nicola and I'm an information and signpost advisor at Luton Food Bank. Luton Food Bank is not only here to provide food, but also to give you information and advice about where to get help and support in Luton. We're working with our friends at Inspire FM to ensure that you receive the right information. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about childcare costs. With the summer holiday upon us, many working parents are starting to think about their summer childcare plans if they haven't put them in place already. Many parents will rely on formal childcare, such as day nurseries, childminders, or summer schemes, to cover the time that children would normally spend in school. This additional childcare can put a significant strain on household finances. This year more than ever, as the cost of living crisis continues to bite. Childcare is one of the biggest costs facing working households, and so the government announced in the March budget that they're going to make it cheaper and more accessible to reduce the barriers preventing some parents from going back to work. There are concerns that at the moment only 13% of parents are claiming the level of childcare support that they are entitled to receive. For many families, the upfront childcare costs are the significant barriers to going back to work. To help pay for childcare, you can use universal credit, tax-free childcare vouchers, or tax credits to help meet their bills. Now is a good time to make sure your family is receiving all the financial support that you are entitled to. At the moment, under Universal Credit, any help with childcare is paid retrospectively. This is a big problem as the majority of childcare requires parents to pay for a month or term in advance. Over 3/4 of families in poverty have no savings, making them unable to pay for childcare. Also, school holidays can be hard for working parents, but there is additional support available, and you can claim help with childcare costs for any child under 16 who you're responsible for. In the spring budget, the Chancellor announced an increase in support for childcare costs through Universal Credit. Currently, parents who work more than 16 hours a week and earn less than £100,000 a year are entitled to 30 hours of free childcare a week for children aged 3 to 4. They're now expanding this scheme so that working parents of all children over the age of 9 months are also entitled to free 30 hours of childcare. Under the current universal system, working households can claim back 85% of childcare costs up to a maximum of £646 a month for one child or £1,108 a month for two or more. They've now increased this maximum amount of support by almost 50%, meaning that you'll get £951 for those with one child and £1,630 for those with two. This represents an increase of 47% over the current maximum support. Parents eligible for help through Universal Credit will also now be given childcare funding up front. There's two ways they're doing this. One is through the Flexible Support Fund for those starting a new job who have to pay for childcare before receiving their first wage. The Flexible Support Fund is a discretionary payment allocated by job centre work coaches, which can be used to help parents with childcare and other costs associated with getting back into work, such as uniforms and training. It does not have to be paid back. Once parents have received their first wage, you can use budgeting advances to help paying for upfront childcare costs. To qualify for a budgeting advance as a couple, family earnings must be below £3,600 over the last 6 months. Parents will be able to access the funds up front to make it easier for them to get a job or to increase their hours. This removes any gap in funds and eases parents into the childcare costs payment cycle. The changes that the government have said are going to take place from April 2024 working parents of 2-year-olds will be able to access 15 hours of free childcare. From September 2024, 15 hours of free childcare will be extended to all children from the age of 9 months. From September 2025, working parents of children under the age of 5 will also be entitled to 30 hours of free childcare per week. They're also increasing the number of children a member of staff can look after at the same time. This is known as the staff to child ratio. It means that from September 2023, one member of staff will be allowed to look after 5 children, which is up from 4 children, which is the current rule. Local authorities and schools are going to be given more funding for wraparound care so that parents of school-aged children can access childcare in their local area from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You may be missing out on thousands of pounds if you don't claim what you're entitled to. If you'd like further information and advice, or you or someone you know requires help from Luton Food Bank, please get in touch either through our website or our social media.